Birthright.
President Trump's executive order to end birthright citizenship has kicked off an unprecedented legal battle over immigration policy.
If we lose, it means that the Constitution doesn't matter.
Most legal scholars say the meaning of the 14th Amendment is very clear, that people born in the U.S. are citizens regardless of the citizenship of their parents. But that doesn't mean the Trump administration is fighting a losing battle. We'll break down the legal case surrounding birthright citizenship and the consequences of Trump's executive action. Birthright citizenship was first established in 1868 by the 14th Amendment to recognize Black Americans as citizens after the Civil War.
Yes.
This phrase was included in the Citizenship Clause to exclude people who were essentially immune from local law and therefore were not subject to the jurisdiction of the U.S.
Those three groups were children born to foreign diplomats who had diplomatic immunity, children born to Native Americans living on tribal lands because they were immune from state and local laws, and children born to an occupying army that had invaded the country.
This particular phrase has become the focal point of the Trump administration's legal case. Their argument is that children born to immigrants living in the U.S. illegally should also be excluded from birthright citizenship.
If you're not here permanently, if you're not subject to the jurisdiction of the United States and don't plan to be, why would we make those people's children American citizens permanently?
For an administration that is taking a very hard line on undocumented immigrants and saying we're going to remove.
That is your Vice President, J.D. Vance, of course, putting his 2 cents in and saying what he feels. I mean, it's pretty crazy that these people who their grandparents and ancestors were all immigrants, all of a sudden now they have such a problem with immigrants when their entire family was immigrants. None of their ancestors were born here in America. So it's just crazy. Even President Trump's family, his people were born in Scotland, for crying out loud. So it's just crazy to me that these people continue to act as if they own this land, as if their ancestors were born here. I would like to remind J.D. Vance that your ancestors most likely came over on the Mayflower or Ellis Island, one of the two. So once again, you have politicians who are spewing, let's call it for what it is. It's racist rhetoric. Immigrants are the bad people. We just have to get away from this stuff. Why don't we fix the immigration system? Why don't we have a better vetting process of the immigration system? And why don't we actually put competent people on both sides who want to actually have a solution, not just a dog and pony show? So we just want to talk a little bit about the birthright citizenship issue, which we know now a federal judge has struck down and said that we're going to put a pause on this. The president has no constitutional power to do what he did when it comes to ending birthright citizenship or pausing federal aid and all that stuff. What you're seeing happen right before your eyes is some tyrannical stuff you'd probably see happen in another country where they have dictators and oligarchies. So people should be alarmed and you should be paying attention. And, it's only going to get worse. If these behaviors are not put in check, then they will continue to test and see how far they can go. Just like Hitler tested to see how far can he go before the rest of the world reacts. How far are you going to let this administration go before people start waking up and realizing that your Medicare, your Medicaid, your food stamps, and all that stuff is on the chopping block? Don't think they're going to stop at birthright citizenship. These people are special. We're going to keep you updated, like and subscribe for more because it's getting very interesting in Washington, D.C. And from what we understand, it's going to be an interesting year. So stay tuned for more. Like and subscribe.